Morning, guys. How are you doing? Hope you're doing good. I actually got off work early today, so I get to piddle around the farm and get some stuff done that I want to get done. Might get Buddy out today if it doesn't start raining again. But yeah, you guys have requested a farrier tools video, so I'm going to try and lay out all my tools and get everything situated and show you guys and explain the best I can. So yeah, stay tuned. Hey guys, trying to find a spot to lay out all my tools didn't work so well, so we're just doing it on the front porch. These are my chaps. These are what I use to prevent scraping or just pretty much just a mess on my jeans or whatever I'm wearing. As you can see, their hooves have scratched up quite a bit. They are rough leather on the inside, but it's very thick, so it protects me. I will not trim without them. I have seen way too many injuries due to not wearing protection on your legs. So, these are a must. Alright guys, so we have covered the most important part, safety first, but then these are my hoof picks. This is for removing the compacted debris in, rocks, sticks, compacted manure, and then this bristle just helps to get all the loose dirt out so you can see what you're doing. This one I don't really use as much. I prefer the bristle. It seems to clean it up a little bit better, but if I'm in a bind, I will use this one. So yeah, let's move on to the next one. All right, now this is part 3. These are called hoof knives. Now, I don't know the exact style name for them, but as you can see, they're all different shapes and sizes. This is probably one of my favorite ones that I've gotten off of Amazon. It seems to keep an edge pretty well. I don't see a brand name on it, but I can look up the link off of Amazon. So normally I would use this one and this one. This is called a hoop knife. It's from Diamond. I also got this one off of Amazon, I believe. But the curved handle helps you to hold on to it a little bit better. This one I like because you can get on both sides of the frogs. With these, if you're really, really skilled, you could probably do it. But most of the time you have to have a left or right-handed knife. Whereas the hoop knife, you can kind of go on both sides. I personally am looking for a sharper knife and just a little bit more sturdy knife. So a farrier friend of mine told me about Sunrise Farrier Supply. It is in Hartville. That's where I got this one. This one I absolutely love. It is razor sharp. It really gets the job done, and it was made in the U.S., which is even better. Nice wooden handle. It's pretty sturdy. So I've used it 2 or 3 times now, and I am in love. So Sunrise Farrier Supply in Hartville. I believe this one was, let's see, yep, $39.75. A little expensive, but not the most. So I really like that one. So let's move on. Okay, well, the most important part that you guys requested is what they are for. So before we move on, hoof knives are for shaping the frog and cleaning out the sole, and trying to even up what your nippers cannot reach or what your rasp cannot reach. So that is the purpose of these. They are for cleaning out the sole, reshaping the frog, and the bars. Yeah. So yeah, that's what those are for. All right, the most important tools. These are hoof nippers or hoof trimmers, whichever you prefer. This one is not really my favorite. It is a Diamond brand, just not sharp, and I cannot get a good edge on it. These, however, as you've seen in most of my videos, are my old faithfuls. Absolutely love these. Farrier friend also gave me these, but when I went to go try and find the manufacturer, they are out of business. So I've been in the market for a good pair, and then I found these, which these work pretty good. I mean, they're not shaping the best, but they get the job done. So I was needing a good pair that is fresh, that has the right angles on them, and that's sharp. So once again, I went to Sunrise. I have not gotten to use these just yet, but man, am I excited. They are sharp. So these are a Hoof Pro brand. I'll show you the package they came in. They're Hoof Pro brand. They're 14-inch polished, and they were $218.20. So pretty penny on these, but I do so much trimming now that I needed something reliable and something good, so I'm really looking forward to these. So whatever horse or donkey I trim next, or pony, I'm going to be trying these out, and I'll let you guys know. But yeah, so these are hoof nippers, and these are what take off the majority of the length. And then you use your hoof rasps, which I will show you here in just a second. These are called hoof rasps. They are what kind of like polish off the hoof after you use your hoof nippers. This one gives it a soft finish. It has two sides to it. This is the softer side. This is the rougher side. Now this hoof rasp is what I use constantly, all the time. It is extremely sharp, but it takes off a very good amount very quickly. So you got to be really careful using this one. This is a Cody James. Let's see if I can get the picture to show up for you. There we go. It's Cody James Tools. This is also made in the USA, which I love. There we go. You can see it good now. I got this one off of Amazon. I believe it was $70 or $80, but I've not had to sharpen it. I've not had to buy the insert. So when you first buy it, it is the whole package deal. You get the insert, and then you get the outer. You can see there's like a screw right here that you just undo, and this comes out, and you can buy a new one whenever you need it. But I have not had to replace this yet, and I've done quite a bit with this one, so I absolutely love this one. Now this little guy, however, I recently got off of Amazon. I think it was like $12, honestly. So not too bad. For goats, me personally, I don't like it for goats. For a smooth finish on like ponies, horses, donkeys, whatever, it works pretty good. It works better on the ponies versus this one, because you're so low to the ground when you're sitting there rasping, because you have to rasp at this angle. You're constantly jabbing them in the belly. So I wanted something a little smaller that would not do that. And this, it works pretty good. So, alright, so we are done with the rasps. Pretty much all these are for is making a nice finish. Kind of like when you do your nails. You clip your nails and then you file them. It's pretty much the same thing. It prevents any little hanging pieces that could catch on something and rip and make a bigger issue in the hoof. So that's what these are for. Next, I will get on to what I use to sharpen my nippers and my hoof knives. These are what I use to sharpen my tools. I originally started out with this one just because I couldn't find anything to sharpen my tools. It has the flat sides, which is nice for a flat knife. You got the leather for your other types of knives. And then this, there we go, is what I would use to sharpen my loop knife. So it worked all right. I don't know, I needed something a little bit more. So I actually went to try this one for my flat knives. I don't know if you can see it. It has a soft side here and then a rougher side here, which this has actually worked surprisingly very well for my hoof trimmers. And that is a AccuSharp. I think I got this at CNC, I think. But so yeah, I've used both of these, but I was kind of needing something a little bit more professional and what it was actually used for. So I got this one. I got this one at that Sunrise Farrier Supplies in Hartville, and it was $13.22. I have not got to use this just yet, but I think it'll do. I think it'll do all right. There we go. Yep. So we will see on this one. I haven't used it yet, so I can't really say how well it works. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how well this sharpener works. So now that we've gotten past the sharpeners, I will show you guys what I use for goats. pretty much this is all I use for goats. It's just the trimmers and a good hoof pick with the bristles. First off, I clean out the hooves. I pick out any debris with this right here. I brush it, and then I just get to clipping. This you can find this at CNC, Tractor Supply, probably your local vets. These two I got off of Amazon. I'm not like they worked, but I'm not super thrilled with them. They seem to dull very, very fast. They have, I don't know if you guys can see it or not. Let's see. There we go. They have the rigid one side, and the other side is fairly smooth. But these are good if you're only doing like maybe 4 or 5. I think with this set, I've probably trimmed about 40 goats. So they've done all right, but they seem to dull very, very fast. This pair, however, I got off of Amazon. It is, let's see, ARS brand. I got these off of Amazon. I can't remember how much I paid for them. If you guys are interested, then I can look it up and add the link or something. They are made in Taiwan, but you know, gotta do what you gotta do. They work pretty good. They are sharp, like very, very, very sharp. I've accidentally cut my finger a time or two with these bad boys. But yeah, these are my favorite pair. I got them off of Amazon, and I don't think they were that much. I think they were like maybe $20, if that. And I've done several goats with these, and they're easy to sharpen, and they stay sharp for a long time. Yeah, that is it for the goat trimming. Now, I think the only thing left is this stuff. This I use on the horses. Sometimes I'll use it on goats, depending if they have like really dry hooves. But it is antibacterial and antifungal. So, yeah, I try and add this when I can, when I don't forget about it. But, yeah, I like this stuff. It works pretty good. But, yeah, that is a wrap-up. Other than a safety first aid kit. I've had to use this a time or two. But, yeah, that is it. That is all I use for hoof trimming. And I hope that it was informative and entertaining. So you guys have a good rest of your day, and thanks.